It's my distinct honor and great privilege to introduce Ms. Rani Borkar as today's graduation speaker. Rani is a widely respected technology executive and product visionary with more than 25 years in the computing industry. In her former role as a corporate vice president at Intel, she was instrumental in leading Intel's silicon product development strategy to fuel the growth of the PC and data center business. An engineer at heart, she led large, complex, and diverse worldwide engineering organizations that developed world-class microprocessors for Intel servers, PCs, phones, tablets, and the Internet of Things. Ms. Borkar recently joined IBM as Vice President of Open Power Development. She also serves on the Board of Trustees of Oregon State University. She holds 2 master's degrees in physics and electrical engineering and completed the executive program in leadership at the Stanford Graduate School of Business. Ms. Borkar's deep insights into human dynamics are matched by her deep insights into what it takes to produce great technology. A progressive and a transformative leader, Ms. Borkar leads with the philosophy of mission first, people always. She fosters an environment of closely knit global communities that maximize the potential of individuals as well as teams. Ms. Borkar is a respected thought leader and industry speaker who has mentored hundreds of engineers throughout her career. But most importantly, she is an EECS mom. So without much ado, I introduce to you our graduation speaker, Ms. Rani Borkar.
Thank you, Dr. Matthews. That was a very generous introduction. Good evening, graduates. Hello. Good evening, graduates, families, parents, friends, and faculty. Class of 2016, I can't jump with joy here, so congratulations. I've been trying to hold my excitement all day long. This is a momentous day in your life, and I'm honored to be here with you and the people who helped you along the way. This is the last step before, I was about to say before you receive your diploma, but just before I came in, I heard you've already received your diploma, but I still promise to be very brief, because I know I'm standing between you and a lot of parties and beers, so. Now, I also hear that, people say, I don't remember what my graduation speeches were. So I came up with my own trick. By the way, this is my first commencement speech. There is going to be a quiz at the end, people. There is nothing like free speeches, but we'll get to that in a few minutes. So a few months ago, when Dr. Matthews called me and said, Rani, I would like you to give to speak at the EECS graduation celebration, my first reaction was, yes, I'll do it. But I had to go check my calendars and travels and all that. Late that evening, I sent him a mail confirming that I would speak. But I couldn't sleep that night because I was excited about all the things I wanted to tell you all, to share with you everything that I thought I would like to share with you, and thinking about how to keep it short and memorable. Well, after a few weeks, I had to sit down and write the speech. And as I sat down to pen my thoughts, I thought about what I would say to you. And I went down the memory lane of my graduation day. I remember feeling happy that I had completed my engineering studies, right? Everybody feeling that here right now? It's like, okay, I'm done. I was excited to be entering the workforce and really looking forward to starting my professional journey. At the same time, I was a little bit apprehensive about entering the workforce. Will I get a job? Will I have to move to a different city? Will I be successful? How will my boss and others at work treat me? Those were the kind of things going through my head as I was sitting in the audience where you are today. Little did I know that I personally would have a direct impact on changing the computing landscape that now runs the world. Technologies like mobile computing, cloud, and even the ubiquity of internet were all inconceivable when I received my degree. But my graduation was a long time ago. I'm not giving my age here, but it was a long time ago. I didn't know what you would have on your minds and, as you start your professional journey and what you would like to hear. So I picked up the phone and called an expert for advice. My 21-year-old son, who's a college junior. His words were, "Mom, remember it is not about you." I don't know why he thought it was about me, but okay. He said, "Mom, remember it's not about you. It's about the graduates. So focus on them. Tell them about how important they are and how they matter. Tell them about the future of the industry and where it is going." So what I thought would be useful to you boiled down to 3 things. Number 1, you are entering a world that is literally reinventing itself. I'm not exaggerating when I say that you're graduating at a unique and extraordinary time in human history. Because we are at the cusp of entering the intelligence era. And you, each one of you, has the opportunity to be the pioneers of this new intelligence era. Yeah, the geek is showing on me, but I'm an engineer at heart, so I couldn't help it. Number 2, your potential is unlimited. Each and every one of you literally has the power to change the course of humanity. The probability of one person, just one person, impacting the lives of billions has never been greater than now. And I'll talk about it and give you examples. The third and final thing is a little bit more personal. I would like to share life lessons that I have learned over my 25 years of professional life. No matter how the world changes, there are human qualities that never change and that are fundamental to our success. So let's talk about each one of these things. Scroll back 300 years, and the 18th century heralded a turning point in human history with the advent of the Industrial Revolution, a period during which predominantly agrarian rural societies in Europe and America became industrial and urban. We went from cottages to factory with innovations like steam engines and railroad, thanks to great scientists like James Watt and Alexander Graham Bell. Then came the invention of electricity and the step function increase, mass production through assembly lines and electrification. In 1948, William Shockley and his team built the first transistor, the central artifact of the electronic age and the digital revolution. Each one of these distinct eras of technological evolution affected the very essence of our human experience. It cut through the fabric of our society, and every aspect of our life was transformed. Now you all are sitting there thinking, why is she telling us all this? Do I really care? Actually, you do. Because it is important that you understand that humanity is at the cusp of entering a new technological era of intelligence that will grow with speed, scale, and force unlike anything we have experienced before. And guess what? You, all of you, you have the opportunity to lay the foundation of the intelligence era. Those of you sitting right here today, you can be the Edison, the Graham Bell, and the Shockley of the intelligence era. And that is what excites me. That is what fills me with optimism about your future. And seriously, I'm a little bit jealous because I wish I was your age today. Artificial intelligence, virtual reality, self-driving cars, drones, perceptive robots, cognitive computing, computer vision. The evidence of dramatic change is all around us, and it is happening at exponential speed. And at the core of all these developments is one underlying pursuit: to make the cyber-physical systems we know today and those that we will invent tomorrow to be smarter, more intelligent, and frankly, superhuman. So get ready. Like I said before, this new intelligence revolution will fundamentally alter the way we live, work, and relate to one another. It will affect the very essence of our human experience. So, this is where you step in and step up. It sure sounds exhilarating and daunting at the same time. But I do want to assure you with the second most important thing I would like you to remember today. Not only are you in a unique place in our history of technological evolution, but each and every one of you has the power to change the course of humanity. So don't hold back. Dream big. Dream very big. You have the opportunity to leap from the shoulders of giants who have laid the foundation for you. I'm sure you have all idolized contemporary iconic leaders like Steve Jobs, Mark Zuckerberg, Larry Page, and others. One such leader that inspires me is Salman Khan of the Khan Academy, who forever has changed the landscape of education. In 2004, he used a Doodle app to remotely tutor his cousin who needed help with math. When others sought his help, he posted videos on a new social media, we are talking 2004, called YouTube. The success of his students inspired him to quit his hedge fund job in 2009 and launch the Khan Academy. Salman Khan has simple mission: free, world-class education for anyone, anywhere. Thanks to today's computing infrastructure, one person can enrich the lives of millions of students, one person impacting millions of students around the world. Something of this scale was unimaginable a decade ago. Never before in the history of mankind have such opportunities been possible for a single individual to change the world. You have your diplomas, you have the knowledge, and you have the tool set. The global infrastructure is in place and is expanding constantly. It is all there, ready and waiting for you. It's a big responsibility, not only for the emerging state of the world, but for generations to come. Future graduates, people sitting in this very room, will be standing even taller on your shoulders. So don't hold back, dream big. The sky is not the limit. You heard me right, the sky is not the limit. Are you guys feeling the weight of this responsibility on your shoulders? Sounds like a pretty big responsibility to me. So now, maybe I don't want to be 20. Remember, you have taken the first step towards making a difference. So you might ask, what else do I need? And that brings me to my third point. No matter how technology expands, advances, and how the world changes and evolves, there are human qualities that never change. Before I wrap up, I'll share the life lesson and the wisdom I have garnered during my professional life that has been my guiding principle. As you enter the workforce, you will find there will be times when people will doubt you, and times when you will doubt your own skills. What do you do then? It happens to all of us, happened to me, happens to everybody. Early in my career, I tried to excel at everything. Frankly, it was exhausting and not fun at all. I'll share a personal story on how I learned one of the most important lessons of my life. In late 90s, I was working on a big project that had hundreds of engineers. During one of the project reviews, my boss went around the table and asked each one of us what were the key barriers to finishing the project. My peers had almost identical responses on how they had analyzed the project indicators, and based on that, what would be the critical path for the project. When my turn came, at first I was nervous to share my thoughts. I I had taken a different approach. I took a deep breath and shared my perspective. My input was well received, and my mentor took me aside after the meeting and told me it was amazing how I had come from a totally different angle to address the question. That was my aha moment. I had finally recognized that I'm not going to know everything and be an expert on everything. Instead, I would focus on my strength or my strengths. So my words of wisdom to you are, don't spend your lifetime improving things you're not good at. You heard earlier, go after your passion. Take the time to discover and develop your strengths. Each one of us has a unique combination, and your greatest strengths may surprise you. Fresh out of school, I expected that honing my technical skills would lead to a successful career. But in time, I learned that one of my greatest strengths was my ability to connect with people and unleash their full potential. I saw that everyone brought something special to the party. I learned others had strengths that complemented my own, and by joining forces, our impact vastly exceeded the potential of working independently. So go discover your strengths. Lean on them. Leverage them. In closing, let's pause here for a moment and reflect the scope of what we have been talking about. Yes, the world we know it at today is undergoing a radical makeover. As you take your final steps beyond school, you may feel unsettled and apprehensive like I felt when I graduated. But it is also exhilarating and liberating to realize that you will be in charge of this radical shift. You will stand on the shoulders of giants to innovate in unprecedented, inconceivable ways. You will see the exponential impact of combining your unique personal and professional strengths with those of others. So, in case anybody thought I forgot the pop quiz, forget it. I didn't forget it. So here we go. But before I give you the quiz, I have to mention and I have to fess up that actually I don't know the answers to these questions. So each one of you will have to figure that out for yourselves, and I'm confident that you will do it. Are you guys ready? Come on, this is the last quiz. You already have your diploma. How much is it going to change? So here we go. Question number 1. What will you do to change the world? Number 2, how big will you dream? Number 3, what unique strengths will you bring to the table? Number 4, what inconceivable innovation will you deliver that expands human potential? Got it? Okay. Class of 2016, you're now officially in the driver's seat of human endeavor. Congratulations, and here is wishing you the very, very best to create new worlds. You can, and you will, dare I say, change the world for the better. This has been an honor. Thank you.